Hello fellow crafters, my name is George and this is the third time G, and today we're gonna take a look and review my urban zombie survival gear from clay, of course. So to set a scenario for the urban survival environment I'm picturing, it is that the cities are most likely to be crammed with zombies infected who did not manage to leave it, and because of that they are swarming the city centers and hallways and rooms and buildings. You are most likely to encounter food, shelter, ammunition, medicine, water in the cities. But at the same time, you're most likely to encounter zombies as well as hostile people who are coming in the city because of ammunition, food and medicine, which I have already mentioned. If you are trying to survive in the urban environment, I would suggest to practice in some kind of running or even parkour, which will be essential, I think. And one more thing is place you will find yourself fighting zombies is when you are looting rooms and houses. So I wanted to start this showdown with the compound bow, which is, in my opinion, a very important tool in not only urban but probably every possible location you can end up with. The bow is good for several reasons. First, it is more or less lightweight, silent. The compound bow is also very compact, and as this system allows you to lock in the string, you are not going to tire yourself, and even not as a strong person can use it, unlike the regular bows. And unlike the crossbow, at the same time, compound bow can be cocked really fastly, so you can reload probably 10 arrows, and at the same time you can reuse the arrows, which is also a great feature. And if you lose or break every arrows, you can simply go to the woods, chop down some trees and make yourself a new ones. And yes, in my opinion, compound bow is probably the best solution for fighting zombies in the middle distances, and probably sometimes even for the long distance shots. And the next one I want to show you is this shield, which I decided to make a very post-apocalyptic vibe. It is made from several layers of metal sticked together. Of course, in the actual life it won't be that thick. You're going to put your hand in like this. The leather band will hold you on the wrist side, and then you can wrap your fingers around the handle. And this is quite a good position to hold the shield. This long tall top and bottom parts allow you to block the zombies quite nicely, and this narrow kind of edgy part will allow you to hit zombies with it as well. If you try to sharpen it, it can be a weapon in and of itself. Always you can use shield to fence off probably even several zombies, and using your other hand you can use probably knife or machete or something else to kill them off. And of course, shield itself is nothing if you do not have this guy or something else, but this guy is, in my opinion, probably the best tool to use with the shield. As you can see, it has some kind of mace kind of a look. I have borrowed the style from one Helsing movie, where it can be seen where when Anna is holding it to protect herself against her brother. And yeah, it has several purposes. First, of course, is this narrow edge, so to say. This is round in cross section, and will allow you to remove it from zombie skulls quite easily without danger of stucking in. At the same time, it is long enough to deal the damage to the brain, and at the same time it is short and nimble enough to like work your way to the hallways and again to the in the rooms with the shield. So if you have like long sword or something like that, you won't be able to work that nicely. And in my opinion, this mace is the perfect combination with the shield, with its speed and overall thing as you can work with it. Of course, the next thing is going to some kind of a backup, which is going to be this machete, Kukuri machete. I have made again. This is probably the same size, a little bit shorter, yet again because of these nimble purposes. But in my opinion, machete is not the perfect thing to fight zombies, because it is quite hard to deal significant damage to undead who can only die if its brains are destroyed. Like, you can go for the head chop, but it will require quite a strong swing, and in tight corners you won't be able to pull that off that easily. So in my opinion, machete is of course a great tool for other purposes. It is a tool for cutting. Maybe you are not sticking to the urban environment all the time. Maybe you are and also need some kind of wood and timber to make fires and cooks stuff. So machete is always good to use, and kukuri also allows you to chop wood quite easily. So machete is a very big plus as well. The third kind of combination you can use with the shield, but more like a tool in my opinion, is this crowbar. As you can see, it is all at the same time the same length as other two, but in my opinion it is not a perfect weapon. First of all, you will need a really hack someone with it to damage its brains, and at the same time the handle shape, sometimes it's even a square in cross section, and it is quite small. So yeah, it's not very comfortable thingy to use, but it is perfect for like breaking doorknobs, or like getting into some blocked areas, or maybe getting off the window parts and so on. You will use it as a tool more often than a weapon, unless you like lose everything, in my opinion. And of course I have a knife, which is fixed bladed. I am not very sure about the pocket knives which have flip knives and so on, because if you are going to use knives as a tool, yeah, I'm fine with that, but weapon as not fixed knife, yeah, that's not a good idea in my opinion. The next part is coming up is the bag. Of course, you will have to use not that big of a bag if you are working with urban areas, probably because sometimes you will have to run. The city won't provide you with enough distance to show zombies in the distance, so sometimes you will find them in a corner and you have to run. So you need a little bit smaller bag. And one of the very important thing I decided to include in this list is wire, metal wire, probably steel, and you can use it to like connect two places on the doors, and the zombies coming up on it will fumble and like go down, and even people can do that, so it will be a nice trap for you, so to say. And next thing is the rifles, probably the most interesting. Here is the SCAR rifle I have choose to use in urban survival. I was thinking to incorporate something not as long, at the same time accurate and strong, so to say, to have some kind of stopping power, and at the same time be versatile, as in the urban areas it is the most important that you will meet people. So hostile people needs to be also taken into the consideration. So because of that, we need a rifle, and this is the DP12 shotgun, which is very not that lightweight, but tiny in comparison to the length. It is quite compact, and fires 14 shells, and is perfect for working into these tight corners and stopping zombies fast before they close the distance. So shotgun is a must in my opinion, and DP12 is the best in that sign. And of course we have some kind of pistol as a secondary weapon of choice. You can go with kind of anything. I won't suggest revolvers. I would suggest to use pistols. And yeah, that was it for my urban survival kit, and hope you liked it. And if yes, I will try to make another one for different environment. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one as I did. It was quite fun to make something different and talk about one of my favorite and nerdy subjects. And yeah, thank you again for watching. Have a nice day and see you next time. Goodbye.